Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about the Zeebo, or Zeebo, video game console. Some of you may be asking, what's a Zeebo console? To which I would say that's a good question because I didn't know what it was until a few weeks ago. The Zeebo was created in 2009 by Zeebo Inc., an American company founded 2 years prior, and as of 2014, no longer exists, which I guess is a really good start for a console. The company's goal was to design a gaming console for growing markets such as Brazil and Mexico, which were the only countries the console was released in. The console boasted a whopping 1 gig of storage, with an SD card slot available for additional storage, 3 USB ports, and internet connectivity speeds up to 3G. This may not seem like much, because it wasn't, but for a budget-type console for a developing community, these specs seem pretty fair. Possibly predicting the future, the console had no disk drive, which in addition to being a means to save money, it was also intended to reduce piracy, as the primary means to acquire games was through a cellular internet connectivity. Here's the console compared to an Xbox 360. A closer comparison in size likely would have been the Wii, but I was too lazy to take that out. Now you may think, a console for growing markets may scream knockoffs and bootleg software, but its third-party support is actually better than a fair amount of consoles released in the United States, with support from companies such as Namco, Capcom, Electronic Arts, PopCap, Activision, and Disney, to name a few companies. The console wasn't just for gaming, as it also had the ability to web browse and email. Probably should have said that earlier. The controller, relatively sleek in design, looks similar to the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox controller kind of mashed together with a color scheme comparable to the Wii. Mind my controller, it was worn when I got it, I swear. As of this video, I unfortunately don't have any other controllers, but there is an official boomerang controller that was made for the Zeebo, which had an accelerometer on it for Wii motion type controls. It also came with a keyboard, which I don't have. Also, the console's run lasted a little bit more than 2 years until September 30th, 2011, with roughly 57 games released. Here is some footage of some games that I had on the console that I managed to get. I apologize if gameplay is short. For some reason, this console resets every 5 minutes for me. I figured we'd start it off strong with Tekken 2. Note, I didn't say Tekken Tag 2, I said Tekken 2. Originally released in '95 in the arcades and 1996 in the PlayStation 1, the Zeebo gets a port of, at the time, a 13-year-old game. It's been quite some time since I played Tekken 2, but the gameplay seems a bit slower paced in comparison to the PlayStation counterpart. That being said, it seems to have received a graphical polish, which is much appreciated. The graphics look much cleaner in comparison to when I last remember from both PlayStation and the arcades. The next game up I have is Crash Bandicoot. Is it? The next game I have up is Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 3D. I originally assumed that it would be a port of Crash Team Racing for the PlayStation based on what I saw from Tekken earlier, but I later realized it's actually a port of an iOS game. I'm assuming it's a port because this game does not run at all like it was optimized for its intended console. The controls are a bit delayed, and as you can see via gameplay, the game runs very, very choppy. Not choppy, choppy. Here's a game that's Zeebo exclusive. It's called Un Juego de Huevos, which means a game of eggs in English. It is also based on a hit movie from a Mexican animation company called Huevo Cartoon. This is a pack-in game for the console at one point, and I'd say it's comparable to something that you may find in WiiWare. While definitely not quite recommended for playability, I would strongly recommend this for collectors as I don't hear too many people talking about it. I'm also just super surprised at what companies backed up this console when it was out for the past 2 years. So overall, I would say it's good for collectors, it's good for those that speak Spanish, and good for those that speak Portuguese. Thank you for watching, and if you like what you saw, let me know in the comments. I would absolutely love to show maybe extended gameplay footage. Sorry that the gameplay footage is the way that it is. And maybe I'll do a follow-up. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Fun times. I'm dancing, but you can't see it. Great. Bye.